Go. Recording in progress. Hello. I'm going to start again. It's Audrey, and this is Audrey Live. It is Thursday, September 29th, and we are so happy to be here today. I have forgotten to record when I'm doing this. We used to be able to just pop it right off of the YouTube and on or off the Facebook and put it on YouTube. And it worked just fine for the last 2 years. And all of a sudden, Facebook's not allowing us or YouTube's not allowing. I'm not sure which one it is, but somewhere along the line, there's a couple of shows that I didn't record and we're not able to put them up. So if you have missed some of the shows, you can see them on Facebook. But I know some of you are not necessarily always on Facebook, that you want to see it on YouTube. So I just wish they'd have a button that you could put it on both. It's either Facebook or YouTube. Maybe we should do a little questionnaire. What would be better, for it to be live on Facebook or live on YouTube? Where are we going to get more people? Perhaps maybe it is a good idea to go and just do it live on YouTube. So anyway, that's just one of my little bugaboos. Another thing that changes and you don't realize it until it's too late. But we are recording, so we're going to be good. Corey will be happy because she'll be able to take this recording and pop it onto our YouTube channel. Thank you everybody for joining us again. I'm Audrey. It's Audrey DeYoung. This is Audrey Live, and we have two fantastic artists with us today. We have Caley and Linda O'Connell. So they will be on the show today, and we're excited to chat with them and see what's been going on in their lives and their neck of the woods, so to speak. And they're going to do a little demo for you and a sneak peek into their Artwaves classes. We're so excited for Artwaves. It's coming up. Oh, you're good either way. Oh, Liz is so easy. She's like, oh, whatever. Hi, Liz. Love you, Liz. Anyway, fall time, like I was saying, fall time is here. It's crisp outside. It's beautiful and sunny today. The last couple of days we've had some rain, and I know there's a lot of people that are in areas that have had some really bad, easy, not cheap, that have had some really bad weather up here in Canada. On the East Coast, Newfoundland, and in PEI, there's some just devastating towns that towns that got hit that just devastating for them. And I know down in Florida, they were getting hit. I saw last night. North Idaho feels like fall today. Yes. Oh, you had a record-breaking heat for this time of the year. Oh, that would have been nice. So we're thinking of all those families and all the people that are at this point in time, perhaps without homes and trying to clean up after all the messes. So as we rejoice in the sunshine today, we are definitely thinking of those who need our thoughts and prayers in many of those areas that were devastated with that storm and the hurricane that came through. Fall decorating. So you can see I kind of started bringing out some of my fall stuff. This is a painting that I had done a while back. I couldn't find too many fall paintings. I can't believe, I'm very embarrassed about that. I started looking around quickly today, and I'm like, I can't believe I haven't painted anything fall. But I do love to do wreaths. Now this wreath over here, I did not do myself. I was going to do one like that, and then I was at a craft show, and there's a lovely lady, and this is what she does for a living, and she's very talented. And I'm like, you know what? I don't think I could do that for the price that she was charging, so I purchased it for her. So I supported one of my local artists. But I know there are many of us that do like to make wreaths. And it just adds to the decoration. I usually try to keep my decorations fairly simplistic for fall. I don't necessarily decorate for Halloween. I decorate for the fall time. And I like to start, like, I probably would put my decorations out right now or next week, so to speak, so that it's out for our Canadian Thanksgiving, which is next weekend. We have our Thanksgiving on October the 10th. So it's kind of like the 8th, 9th, 10th weekend that we celebrate Thanksgiving up here in Canada. So I typically like to have something out to decorate and to make things look nice for that weekend. Typically some pumpkins and maybe a mum or two. And, you know I do have one or two signs that, have like a welcome or a fall theme to it. I'm just got to find them. So to put that out as well. And then wreaths. Wreaths always, you got to have wreaths. I've always had a wreath on my door. I like to switch them up every season. So I was kind of looking for some wreath ideas. And it's not as easy as you thought, especially because I like to keep the videos, lower than 3 minutes, so to speak. But I did find this one, and it was 5 wreaths you can make this fall. And it's from HGTV's Handmade. And they're actually really quite easy. A lot of them probably things that you have around the home that you could just, or outside. But I just thought that it was really, oh, and of course now I'm not finding it. Oh, there it is. So it definitely is something that you could do yourself. So I'm going to show the video. I'm going to share it here with you and enjoy. Well, there you are. Yeah, who would have thought that those wooden hoops would have come back again? Like they say, everything kind of comes back again. I know I had a bunch of those, and I think I gave them away or brought them to the thrift store. So I thought, oh, I won't use those again. Well, there you go. The hoops are back. Anyway, there's definitely a couple there that I would try. I like the one where you can, would have had all the branches coming out of it, and then you put the leaves and make it like a little chalkboard that you could put your initial there, or you could put welcome fall or hello fall or anything like that. So, but yeah, just some great ideas for you to get creative perhaps. And like I said, you can use things that are around the house or outside, and take a look and see what you can do. Anyway, today I'm really excited. Our first guest is Pam Caley, and she's from London, Ontario. Pam began painting in 1995 with a friend who introduced her to it and walked her through a fairly easy project at her kitchen table, and the seed was planted. I think most of us probably started at our kitchen table. I know I started at my friend's Marg Gull, at her kitchen table for sure. When Pam transferred to London from Sarnia for her new job in 1996, her podmate was painting a Christmas Santa on a poster for the office. And Pam commented to her, "Wow, you must be really talented." And of course, the lady's reply was, "Anyone can do it. You just need to learn the basics first." And told her to go to Crafty Kennedy's, which is anybody that's near London or in Ontario knows Crafty Kennedy's. They're south of the 401, right here in London, Ontario. And they told her to take a beginner's class. So there she began, and it just went from there. She was hooked. Anyway, after Pam retired from her job in 2004, Barb Kennedy, the owner of Crafty Kennedy's, asked her if she'd be interested in teaching at the shop. Pam accepted, and she's never looked back. Pam was an instructor at her old job, so teaching came naturally to her. Also, she quite often taught other artists design, of course, with their permission. And now Pam has started creating her own designs. She's been doing that for many years now, creating her own design. So we're so excited for Pam to be here today, and also for her to be teaching for us. Hi, Pam.
Hi, everybody.
How are you?
Hi, Audrey. I'm good, thank you.
Good, good. Well, we're excited to have you on the show today.
Excited to be here.
And it looks so creative behind you. I'm just seeing all your supplies and the pieces you've painted. It's just wonderful. You must love it to have such a big space.
My happy space, yes. It is getting crowded, but
yeah. Well, that's okay. That's okay. As long as you know where everything is, or you can find things. It looks pretty organized to me. So
yeah, it is sort of. Yeah.
Good. So what have you summer's just kind of behind us. What did you do this summer? Did you have any vacations or special things that
no, we just go for long rides. I love taking photographs, so we go to the Pinery and Port Burwell and Port Stanley. We just take a new destination almost every day.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pinery is quite close. I'm about half an hour from Pinery Provincial Park here.
Oh, nice.
Ontario, and I just love it there too. Yeah, we usually get the pass, so you can go any time of year and just drive on in, and whether it's winter, fall, spring, or summer, it's a beautiful park to be at. So
it is for sure.
Yeah, we're very fortunate that way too. So good. Yeah. And what have you been working on? Any different projects this summer, or any new mediums or anything like that?
Yeah. Well,
people tend to spend the summer kind of playing with things sometimes.
Yeah, we do. And so I have a friend who we paint together, and usually we'll pick a paint night and just do something different. So this one night she had seen the dot mandalas. I don't know, everybody's seen them. So, and I said, oh, I think I'd like to try that. So anyway, she nicely bought me a whole set of the tools. And she said, okay, now we're going to do it. So then I bought the packets, and we signed up for a class on Zoom. And
oh, wow. Is that ever beautiful?
Yeah, it's my very first. So of course there were some mistakes, but
the little snowmen are adorable.
They are, aren't they? The little trees, can't quite tell they're trees, but it's on a CD-ROM. So,
Oh,
you know, those old fashioned things that the kids nowadays don't know what they are, but we got a use for them now. So that was a fun craft we did together.
so what did you seal it with, or what did you coat? Like, what was your process in that?
It's normal Deco Art Americana. You could use any of the acrylics, but that's the ones I've chose to. When
Yeah,
I downsized, I got rid of Ceramcoat and those, and I stuck with Deco Art.
yeah.
So I first sprayed it though with a Krylon matte spray so that the paint would
Okay.
stick.
Yeah,
And then on the back, when I was done, I just cut cardstock out and with my Sizzix or whatever you call that little machine,
yeah.
one that happened to be the size of this. So then glued it on with decoupage. And then the painting is all Deco Art Americana. And you could use crochet hooks, you can use a piece of dowel, the end of a pencil. So you don't have to have the tools, but boy, it was nice having because the teacher says, pick up this one. And it, you know, just like if I'm teaching, I tell
Yeah,
them, you
yeah,
know, to use this brush and it works best if you use that brush. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And then
Now, would
just
you use that as a coaster, or what were
no,
you
I
thinking?
think we thought if we do it again, we wouldn't do it on a CD-ROM and we would do it on like wood ornament that it could hang on a tree. So
Well,
you
I
could
was
put
thinking
a,
about that. I thought, could you put a hole in that?
yeah, we probably could, but I'm afraid to try it in case it, you know how plastic, sometimes you're drilling through it and it makes an ugly hole. So
Yeah,
this will be my prototype.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And then we'll do it on, I have Crafty Kennedy's here in town and I can usually get almost any piece of wood cut. So
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
stockade. And then I did this other quick little thing on from Pinterest. I just saw a little feather, but I love when I go to the beach, I love to pick up rocks.
Oh,
And so I
yeah,
sketched a little feather
beautiful.
on a stone and then just white and black and, you know, mix them together and got myself a nice, cute little feather. So that's my
Beautiful.
playtime.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just going to put it out there to everybody. If anybody thinks of ideas of what we can use those CDs for.
Yeah, because I got tons.
Well, exactly. I know I've got like a little case full of them,
Yeah.
and you don't use them anymore. So, okay, that's everybody's challenge. What can we use them for? What we can paint them, but what are we going to use them for? So, any ideas?
Yes. Yes. And then I guess we're going to go right into my classes. Is that
Yeah, I think we might
now?
as well do that. Might as well tell everybody I'm going to pin you, and then you can.
If I log in on the meeting with my phone as a
Yeah,
camera, can you spotlight it?
yeah, I can.
Okay, I'll put myself in there. Just makes it easier than me trying to hold it up and
Yeah. No, once I see you come in, I'll add that there. Oh, there you are. I'll admit that. Okay, there we go.
I just have to turn my phone around. Should just take a minute.
And then I think we had this the other week. I think I have to mute you.
Oh, I came in with no audio, so you should be good.
Okay.
Because
No,
when I
but what
teach,
will happen is it'll just because for some reason, whoever's talking. Oh, there. No, you know what? I can do this. Okay, are we ready?
yeah, I just
We're
can't get
spotlighting
my,
you. There you are.
yep, and I just got to get this phone. There.
There we go. Sometimes it just takes a minute.
It does. Yeah. And so this is one of my classes. It's the kestrel, the American kestrel is the actual name of the bird. And this was a photo I took when they had, I think it was Canada, Camera Canada or something they had over at a horse farm or a horse riding stable around here in near Byron. So I took a picture and I've had it for years and I finally got around to doing it when I was down in Florida. So that's on colored pencil. It's Me-Tints blue. The color is blue. And that's it. Just colored pencils. And it's about it's not quite an 8x10, but I did that on purpose because when I do an 8x10 frame, I like the 5x7 cutout. So when I get it framed, I don't like to frame them before I teach them because on screen, the glass glares.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'll show you that because on one of them I'm teaching, I did frame it and it's okay. But see the glare,
Yeah.
yeah. So I learned from that not to frame it. I'll just take it out, when I'm teaching it. But this is the rose that I'm doing. It's also colored pencil. And it's on, this is a unique surface. It's, I got mine as 3M 2000 grit sandpaper. It's the 2000, I know, it's very similar to what people pay a lot of money for, like Pastel Mat, and there's I forget the other one, oh, my brain, all those products, they've left me, but they're a sanded surface. But this, and I don't know how art safe or how archival it is, but people have been doing it for a few years now, and it seems to be okay. And that's why it's under glass, of course. I wouldn't trust it to just be out. But it's straight Prismacolor Premier pencils on the sandpaper, which is a really pretty kind of gray. You can get another brand through Lee Valley, and theirs is a little bit darker. It looks good on that one too. So sandpaper is an option, but I'll have in the instructions, they can use Me-Tense or Stonehenge, but I thought it'd be fun to teach that. And then my third one is this.
And that one, I was just going to say, the Pink Rose is on Wednesday from 5 till 9. And the American Kestrel is Saturday from 3 till 7.
Yep.
And this one, your strawberry and color pencil, is Thursday from 6 till 8.
Yeah, it's a quick one. Well, it should be. I won't guarantee that everybody would have it done to their desire in the 2 hours, but Audrey has told me that I can run over, so it will get you through it. Because I didn't want to make it a 4-hour class. I know it doesn't need 4 hours. So, but it's on straight old, this one is Me-Tense, the white. I just took it off so you could see it better. And a 5-inch square. You can do it on anything, but I kind of like the way the red popped out on the white paper. And again, it's straight colored pencil. Yeah, there's not much to say about colored pencil other than on all of these, you will learn how to use Prismacolor Premier wax-based pencils on paper. And I'm going to show you today just a quick little demo on how you can blend with it. I did not do that on any of these because I know when I teach people, they may not choose to purchase a heat source or, want to do it that way. So in class at the end, I would show you. The only one I wouldn't is the rose, because on sandpaper, I haven't tried it with the heat source, so I'm not going to risk that one. But these I've tried and I really like the way it comes out. So yeah, any questions?
I'm just kind of looking to see if I can find, but maybe you'll just go to your demo and then I'll find the link here.
Okay.
If anyone has any questions.
Well, perfect. I have a good friend who's also teaching at this convention this time, is Pat Lentine. And she told me of this lady that was running just a free little class on, I think it was on Facebook somehow. Anyway, so I joined in and took it, and she uses an Icarus board, which is like the ICHARUS, I believe, Icarus board. To me, it looks like a heat, or not a heat, looks like a light box. Remember the days when I still use one.
Yeah.
So it looks like that, but it heats up. So you put your artwork on that. Anyway, that costs in the hundreds, and I wasn't willing to invest in it. But in her little presentation, she showed us how to use what she calls a reptile heating pad. So I thought that sounded weird. And my husband and I went all over London looking for these. No, I couldn't find one anywhere. So Amazon, come to the rescue. So you get a heating mat. Let me get this stuff off of here. I was letting it heat up a bit, but you don't have to. Then it's so amazing. And that, I cheaped out because I wasn't sure I'd want to go for it. So this is what it looks like on the back. And it gives you the instructions to adhere it to the bottom of your aquarium if you're keeping lizards or, something that needs to be kept warm.
Oh.
Yeah. So any reptiles, snakes, not that I have any of those in my house.
So sorry, did you say you bought it at a pet store?
You can, but I couldn't find them. So I gave up looking, and she had said, Pat, had found it on Amazon in the States. So I tried our Amazon and sure enough, I got it. So this one's about an 8x11 or 8x10, I think. But you also need to buy or get a hold of a piece of plexiglass. So you mount this instead of to an aquarium to the plexiglass. However, I've since learned you can also do it to one of those glass top for your counter, a cutting board that has the
Yes.
little
Yep.
rubber feet. Yeah.
Yep.
So one of those this size, you can slide the heating pad, you can connect it to that. Now, I didn't because mine upstairs has like a pebbled surface to it. You don't
Okay.
want that. Got to be smooth or
Gotta
else
be
you're,
smooth.
yeah. So that's what I've got. So I put a piece of tracing paper over it, but not when I'm using it, only because here online, that glare is going to drive you crazy and my eyes too. So a very light piece of tissue paper or something, just, but heat comes through it just fine. And this is a piece I taught a long time ago. It was a beginner piece into doing cherries. So these are
I
a
think I
couple.
remember that one. Yes.
Yeah. So the
Ramona
demo
says that's clever. You're very clever, Pam.
Oh, thank you. Although it's all stolen idea. Well, no, she shared the ideas, so I didn't
Yeah.
steal them, but yeah. So what you do, you can do it directly with a pencil. So these are some of the colors I used in these cherries, and these are at different stages of being done. But I'm going to show you on this one because it's almost completely done, the cherry part, not the stems. And so if I want now, normally I would blend with a colorless blender or a brush. And for this size, I would use the small, this is what Lydia Steves uses, the Scharf Moon Scrubber.
Yeah.
And I like Pat Lentine's brushes a bit better because they're not as stiff, but she has nothing this small. So, but I'll just show you that too. I don't know if you can get them anymore, but that's the size I like for a big piece.
Yeah.
So it's more like a thick hog bristle. These are nylon stiff, and I'm learning to really love these because you have more control with smaller, So this has been heating up a while. If I use this brush and I just start, maybe keep an eye on where I think this one's done the most. So I'm going to try it because you have to have at least 5 or 6 layers of color on there, I find, before it will do any blending or melt the wax. So I'm pressing down lightly. I'm just blending. Now it's been blended because when I taught it, I blended, but I used my colored pencils to blend. But what I like about this, and this is Stonehenge, so it's not got a real texture, where when I use the heat pad, maybe I should show you that on a Meton's paper, or by Canson, has more of a texture. And so you can see here, when I did the white, it leaves a little of the black showing through. Now, in this instance, I wanted it to show through because that's my shading.
Yeah.
But in some instances, like the cherry, I don't want anything showing in the background. So that's why I would blend on the heat source with this or my colored blender. But I'll just show you. Now you got to clean these off if you've been in one color. I got to do it on my pants because I don't have anything else. I used to get laughed at in class when I was teaching acrylics because I'd clean my brush on my shirt. But anyway, that's another story. So this is an old piece. I haven't touched it in a while, but I'm going to use the heat source and blend. So when you see me do that, I don't know if you can see that. I'll try and zoom it a bit. No, I have to just get closer.
There we go.
So it pushes that it pushes that waxed pencil down into the divots of the paper. Now this lady, her name was Anda Chance. So her first name is Anda and her last name is Chance. So I always think it sounds like you're Anda Chance.
Yeah.
You have a chance. Yeah. So, but it is a real name. So, but what she recommended is that you do it right on the heat with your pencil, whatever one you're going to blend with. And the added advantage is with white, you do it right on here. It'll always be more white than it would if I didn't use the heat because it melts this pencil right down as I'm doing it. Now, it's not to the point where it'd go, run around on your paint, but watch here. I'll do it on another part. I haven't done it. So the technique when I taught this class was you just kind of outline your edge to keep it nice and clean. But see, already I'm seeing that it filled in the divots of that me-tens better than it did on that petal beside it.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping you can see that because I
Yeah.
couldn't get this to zoom any better. Then I pull and lift stroke. And see how much more that petal stands out than the other.
Mm-hmm.
So then this one's in the background. I wouldn't do as much. I would just maybe do that outside bit and pull and lift a little. This one, I do want it a bit darker because I can see lots of me-tens showing out. And I want to separate it from this petal. So I'll just go down this side and a little on this side. And then pull and lift. So a pull and lift, I use that all the time in my colored pencils. And it just allows it to fade down. But if I did that without heat, that would be about 3 layers I'd have to do now to get that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now I don't think I would ever teach with heat because just showing you this, my hands are sweating. I'm affected by heat, but I use it in my final, I do it the way I like it, and then I would heat it. So I'm going to show you on this one, get my shade color, well, a little bit of a shade color, and I'm going to do it on this darker part. And this is where I use a circular stroke. And you still do all the things you do with colored pencils. You give your pencil a quarter turn quite often. Just always try and keep it clean outside edge. I'm not giving it a death grip, but it is definitely handwriting pressure when I do this. Where when I first start you on a class, like when we do that first layer on a cherry, it would be almost a whisper of a touch. It's the lightest touch you can on a paper. But then each layer I get progressively a little bit harder. So here it is quite like a handwriting, maybe even a bit heavier what we call burnishing. But I don't want to burnish it too much with this because you can end up with wax buildup.
Yeah.
So you kind of keep an eye, and I'm seeing that I'm getting a little wax on it. That's when my trusty little brush would come in. And I can go over it. And the brush, I don't know if it does lift off colored pencil with the heat and without, but it doesn't ever take it down to paper. So you don't have to worry that you would take it off or erase it, So then white, now she had recommended or said that white, using the heat with the white for your final highlights really pops it. So I left these were done the way I taught them, but I'm going to just see. And I am using a fair bit of pressure now because I really want that final highlight dot. I think it showed up more. Now these I got it to be quite bright too, but it's a way that if you couldn't get it, same as the lighter, this isn't a highlight, but it's the mid value for the cherry. So some of these looked a little bit dull. So if I do it on heat and wherever I put that dark, I would walk over it a bit with this. You don't want to ever have like a makeup line. Anybody wear liquid makeup anymore?
I don't think so.
No. So I'm dating myself with that one. But that's how I do it. And really, it is a fun little experiment. Now, if you've got the money, definitely get the Icarus board. I watched Pat Lentine use hers when I was visiting in Florida, and it definitely is. I think it would be better. But boy, for a poor man's version, and this is really all I want it for, just final touches. So I don't need to invest in another big piece of equipment. But, yep, it's
perfect.
Yeah.
Good. Here, I'm going to bring us all back here again.
I'm going to take the phone off.
Well, that was here. I can put it in the waiting room. There we go. And you don't have to worry about it.
All right.
Well, that was great, Pat, or I'm just calling you Pat, Pam.
That's okay. I have a sister Pat, so I get called Pat all the time.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah,
I see a lot of people are commenting it. Oh, Karen. Karen says, no makeup, no bra.
No, yeah, that was the 60s.
And I was just going to comment that earlier. She said she signed up for all 3 of your classes already. So she's
right on,
looking forward to it.
Look forward to seeing you again. Yes. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Pam. That was great. That's really
My
a neat,
pleasure.
neat little device there.
It
That
is. And I'm still
certainly,
playing. So you guys start playing with it and you can give me tips now too. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Ramona says very, very clever, very clever.
Thank you.
All right, you have a great day.
Yes, you too.
We'll
Bye now.
talk to you later. Bye-bye. That is very clever. You're right, Ramona. That really, I mean, I don't do a lot of colored pencils, but for somebody who does, I can imagine that that would be very beneficial for those finishing stages and the blending stages and things like that. So, yeah, wonderful. And Karen. Oh, Karen, why didn't I read that before I had to say it? But yeah, you get to a point where, it's just not necessary, I guess. Anyway, thank you, Pam, for sharing that information with us and that little tidbit of information about the heat board and sharing your classes. I know everybody. We always get wonderful comments about the students that are in Pam's class, that she's just an awesome teacher and a very giving teacher. So hopefully you'll sign up for her classes. She's looking forward to having you in her class. So our next guest today is Linda O'Connell. And Linda's creative journey began over 40 years ago when a pastel portrait she created earned her a state award. From that moment on, painting became her passion, devoting herself first as a student and later as a teacher. Linda mastered an array of mediums, including acrylic, watercolor, pastel, inks, and oils. Teaching and designing were the natural progression for Linda, and in the years that followed, she earned a reputation as a skillful designer and enthusiastic instructor. Let me just get her on here. Linda has been invited to teach both internationally and at many regional conventions, always with an eye on reaching just as one more aspiring painter. Linda has expanded her teaching portfolio to include online classes like she does with us. Hello, Linda.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, good afternoon. I think, it's morning
Good
someplace. I think it's afternoon here.
For me, you know.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You're okay? Good, good, good. Awesome. Love the clouds in the background. Just always love your painting space because you just have such inspiration. I know the sun gets to you, that you get your little umbrella out, but it just looks beautiful there. Oh, there you go. There she's got her umbrella. So what have you been up to? What has your summer brought you this year?
My summer brought me prepping for conventions.
Yes.
And then I always have to be done early in September because I go on vacation.
Yeah.
And
Yes, I see Liz says here, Liz Garcia, that she'll see you in class next Thursday at NET.
oh yay.
Yay, she's taking your class.
Yay. I'm so excited.
Good, good. So when does it start? It starts next week.
I have to go away today and then I come back and then I'm Tuesday. I leave for NET Tuesday.
Wow, that's wonderful. Good, good. Now, are they having a trade show there as well?
They do.
They do. Okay, good.
It's gotten smaller over the years, but I have to tell you, it's wonderful. And it's that and Oklahoma, because I'm teaching in Oklahoma also.
Yeah.
It runs so well and everybody has such a great time.
Yeah, that's nice. That's what I mean, I do miss that at our shows up here in Canada, and we'll see whether we can get back to that. But for now, this is good. We're enjoying the online shows, and people are really enjoying that as well. Sometimes just depends on what you want. Everybody wants something different, and for your lifestyle or your budget or whatever. So. But good. Anything new that you've been creating or doing, or something you would like to share with us? Or you were doing some class at the library. Is that started up again, or?
I have been back in person for probably almost a year and a half.
Oh, wow. Wonderful.
During COVID, we were on Facebook. And so anybody who wants to can go to the website, the library's Facebook, and all the videos are there.
Now, what library was that again? What was the name of the library?
Mastix, Moriches, Shirley Community Library.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to get that from you and put it on there.
Yeah, but it's 2 years worth of 2 lessons a month.
Oh, Oh, wow. That's really cool. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
went back in person and yeah.
Yeah,
I've
good,
been-
good. You got your little puppy dog. Is that your dog barking in the background or the neighbors?
My neighbor's dog, she has 5 dogs and she had 9 puppies. And they're the cutest things, but when they see me, because okay, so we got hit with Hurricane Sandy. So we raised our house. So we're 9.5 feet up and they're not. So whenever they see me in my studio, they bark and I have to wave to them and it's the cutest thing. I have waved to dogs twice a day, you know?
Oh, that is cute. That's cute.
it's-
Anyway, maybe you can show everybody some of the classes you're teaching for us at Artwaves and then do a little demo. I'm trying to think if I had written down here. I don't think I did what you were going
You
to.
didn't because I'm a hot mess lately.
Oh.
Go
And
figure.
you're just going to wing it.
Well, I was gonna show everybody how to use a rigger, and now I'm following Pam, who really did a demo. So I'm gonna show you how I do fluffy snowmen and penguins.
Ah, good, good, good. All right. Well, I am going to pin you. It's so funny with this Zoom thing. I'm just going to say it. Sometimes it allow me to make like so that if I talk, you won't see me. But other times it won't. Like with Pam, I could do that. It said that I
You
could
just
put
have
her-
to spot.
spotlight. Well, now it won't let me spotlight you. It just says I can pin you, but not spotlight. Isn't
Okay.
that strange?
Can you put in my other one that I have signed into?
Let's see. Sure. Maybe that. Oh, I
It's
only
in-
see you have one.
It says waiting.
I know, but I don't have you there. I have 2 of Pam's there. Let me remove Pam, remove. Don't report. I don't want to report her. Remove.
Yeah, it says I've been on for a while, but it says,
Oh, see,
right.
I just have the one here.
all right, so let me go back out. Let me do this again, because then you can see it flat. Join.
Yeah. But it's so
Oh.
funny how sometimes, like, it was the same thing with just her face. It would only let me pin her, but when she brought the camera on, then I could spotlight it.
Okay, let's see.
Sorry, everybody out there
You
that's
could ju-
watching.
You could just
This
listen.
tech stuff that just gets me. You think you just get it, and then they go and change it on you.
166. Okay. Now, did it come up?
No, not yet. Isn't that strange?
And it says waiting.
No,
Okay,
I
well,
just have
with-
you and
okay.
me and.
We'll struggle.
All right.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to hold it up, and when I demo, that's where it's gonna get harder.
Yeah.
I've never had a problem. All right, we'll figure it out. I'm pretty easy.
You know what? Oh, but if I invite you.
No, you can't invite me.
Well, I have a thing here and I can say, it says invite by
Okay.
Gmail.
But I'm not on. All right, I don't know if you can tell me the meeting number. Can you tell me the meeting number?
I probably could. Hold on. Let me see. Where am I here? I
Type
gotta
it
find me.
I know, it's just,
Ah.
so for everybody who's sitting there, I'm sorry. It's a very
Maybe I
late-
can't. Oh, no, I don't want to leave our meeting. No, no, no.
No, it should
do
say
that.
invite and then put send email. And then it'll give you the meeting number.
Okay, here we are.
And this is coming from somebody who's very not tech savvy.
Email. So I have to, oh yeah, I'm just going to tell you the number though, right?
Uh-huh,
Okay, so the meeting ID number,
uh-huh,
are you ready? 872
uh-huh,
35
uh-huh.
81 4166
That's what I
of,
had.
of everybody popping in.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Did that work?
Let me go back here.
I've never had a problem.
No, still just you and me, just the 2 of us. There's no new person trying to come in.
Hmm.
Huh.
All right, let's wing it.
We'll wing it. All right. I'll pin you. There we go.
We'll wing- I'll pretend I'm important for a minute.
And I'll try to be quiet so it doesn't flip back and forth.
And I only see you, but I should be just seeing you, right?
You should just be seeing me and I just see you, but on the Facebook, it'll just show whoever's talking.
Okay. So then don't talk.
I've just zipped my mouth.
I just want you all to know that in classes, Audrey pops in and we have the best time with her. So you'll get entertained too. So class number 1, can you see that? Is tulips. I did it on a canvas bag. It's done with fabric paint. This is a really nice canvas bag because it has a zipper. We can't open it because I am not real good. Come on. All right, so it's a big zipper and it's big. It's 20 something inches. So when I go on vacation, and I go on vacation, I always need a bag that zippers. I took a picture of these tulips in Holland. So this I painted from my tulips in Holland. And then I just love those French words. So I did a stencil with French words. Now, a couple of things about this. You can paint in So Soft paint. You can paint in acrylic paint with fabric medium. So you can do it either way. This stencil, I got this stencil from Tracy Morrow. You can use it. You can use any stencil you want. You can use no stencil and write nothing or write a name, or you can do anything or nothing here. So you have a lot of options with this piece. Okay, and it's functional. I have done this piece on a shirt. I'm really big on smocks, so I wear men's shirts. I go to the secondhand store and I buy men's shirts, button downs, and I paint on them and I use them for smocks. So it's a really good thing to do. And I have tulips up the side. I have a whole bunch of them, but that's a really good thing. So that's class number 1. Class number 2, Christmas. It's Christmas time. We are doing, this is a bowl lid. So the bowl I bought at the Dollar Tree, and then Pinecraft cut the lids to fit them. I have a couple of different designs and you can just interchange the lids. I love things that interchange. Okay. On this piece, I make my pine needles a little bit differently than everybody else. So can you see? They're very full. So you're going to learn how to do that. This is all textured. So it's all raised. You can't really see it, but we'll play with stencils and raised texture. So this is a lot of fun too. They're great hostess gifts. They're great for just because. You'll also learn the glow of the lights. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? So that's a lot of fun too. And I did Christmas things because it's close to Christmas. And then my penguin ornament, which I do a lot of ornaments. Anybody who's painted with me knows I do a lot of ornaments. So this is the penguin ornament. I did his hair, his pom-pom with a filbert rake. So I'll show you that. But again, you have options. So I did him in a different color. And I did a pom-pom with glitter. There's green, there's purple, there's pink, and I have a whole bunch more. So he's a lot of fun. And I'm going to show you today. I don't paint this white. I never paint this white because you want to learn to get more depth. So we're going to learn that too. So those are my 3 classes. And hopefully you all come and paint because we really have a lot of fun and I'm really very easy. You know, is that good?
That's very good. Thank you. I was trying not to talk. And I'm just going to say when the classes are as well. I didn't want to jump in and out there for you, but we have, so the tulip class with the bag is on Thursday from 5 till 9. The ginger penguin ornament is Friday from 3 till 5. That would be a lot of fun. I love that one. As well, the glitter and glow is Sunday from 10 till 2. So they're all nice times for everybody. And those are all Eastern, of course. So
They are. And one thing I will say, just so you all know, I am very anal about finishing in class. So unless you paint extremely slow, it's very rare that I don't finish a project in class. So that's like a big thing with me.
perfect, perfect. That's nice. A lot of people like that they, otherwise by the time they get to it again, it's,
And they don't do it.
they forget or they don't do it. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Anyway, what are you were going to demo something for us today? We're getting short on our time today. We're just chatting here.
Okay. So this is a quick one. So when I start, so this is a sneak peek, but nobody's supposed to know. So I just made him.
Cute.
Okay. And this is how he starts. I always start dark. Dark makes the item recede, light brings it towards us very quick. So when I create my snowmen, my penguins, any of that stuff, I use Dynasty Stencil Pro because it's synthetic, it's soft, but it's firm. So it's a brush that I really love. So I work dark value forward. So I'd have dark, medium, and a light. I'm going to pick up some, in this case, slate gray. I load my whole brush. I don't know where I'm going. My whole brush, scrub it off. Okay, so that there's just a scant amount. And then I come in, I'm going to try to do this upwards. It's not going to be so easy. If my hand's in the way, right? And I just circle. So I go clockwise and counterclockwise, and I just flip between them. So let's see, can you see? You can talk.
Yes, I can see. I muted myself because, I'm always on and oohing, and then
I just because
I love that.
Because I'm upright. So then I come in and I'm starting to not only create the depth, but I'm creating, can you see how nice and soft he is? So when you paint a snowman, and I do a lot of snowmen and I do a lot of things that I want soft. So I come in and I have my medium value. Then I'll come in. Now these brushes are good because you can clean them with a baby wipe or hand sanitizer because they're synthetic. I'll come in with warm white. Warm white is my choice of whites. If you use Snow White, that's okay. Scrub it off. And again, I'm going to go in and I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm coming. And I'll just keep going. Now, obviously, this is not done. But you see how I'm creating a nice, soft penguin until I get the color I want. But you see how you can still see through the color? I just did this last night. I have a snowman. And you see how it's the same thing. You can see all your values. He looks like fallen snow, but he's still light. He's still white. And I just keep building it up until I have my color.
That's very cool.
It's fun.
I like that. I like that a lot. Because sometimes, if you do it white, it's like just too stark white. And then you're trying to bring those values, the darker values in. And it's that's a great tip, Linda.
And he doesn't look like snow.
Yeah.
Or he looks like he's just painted.
Exactly.
And it's always the littlest details that make all the difference. You know that. We all know that.
Yeah. It's all those last little things that you do. Perfect. Well, thank you, Linda. This has been great. I'm so glad you made it today and shared all your projects with us and a little tidbit of information. That's wonderful.
Right.
All right. Take care of yourself.
I'll see you all soon.
See you soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. That's wonderful. Yeah, that's a really neat idea. Never thought about doing that, but yeah, just to almost like the dry brushing it all on to bring it the reversed. Great idea, Linda. I love it. I'm sure a lot of you other people out there are thinking the same thing. Anyway, just with all that information, don't forget about signing up for classes for the Artwaves Live online fall show. If you go to the website, www.c2events.com, and along the top, you'll see spring show, fall show. Just click the fall show, and you can either look at the catalog or you can register online as well. So there's so many amazing, talented artists and classes. I know people have been having a really hard time picking classes. So quite a few people are taking like 2 at a time, 3 at a time, and then they're getting the recording. So they'll go into a class, watch the class, and then the other 2 classes, they'll get the supplies and they'll get the pattern packet, and then they'll get the recording at a later date. So it might as well. It's very affordable. And I know a lot of our US friends, I've heard a lot of them say, oh my goodness, when they do register, they're quite surprised with the exchange rate, how much less it is for them as well. So take that into consideration. And it's from November 2nd to the 6th is the show. We have classes going on for 5 days. And also on the Tuesday night, we're going to have a little kickoff party. So we're going to have a couple hours of just demos and tips and product presentations. So just lots of fun for everyone. There you go. Anyway, just want to thank again Pam and Linda for being on the show today and sharing their talents with you. Thank everybody who's been online, and for those who will watch the repeat, hello, and thank you for watching the repeat and on YouTube, because I recorded it this time. So we will be able to put this one on YouTube. Next week on the show, which is October 6th, we have live Sue Powers and Wendy Fay. Again, 2 amazing ladies that we're really excited to have on the show with us. Next week, I'll be a little busy. So if I don't get back to you real soon, bear with me. I'm kind of taking the week off. My daughter gets married next weekend, little Tinica. Yes, my youngest is getting married to the love of her life, Jason. And we're really, really excited about that. So next week, we'll be very busy with all the last minute prep and things that we need to do for the wedding on October 8th. So we'll be back in the office. What is it? What's the Tuesday? October 11th, because Monday is a holiday here in Canada for Thanksgiving. So we'll see you next week, Thursday. I think that's about it. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. And bye from Audrey.